Hey guys, me Dave. It's 8/15, 2021. Half the month is over already. So August. So I thought I'd do a little video tonight. I was thinking about things today, tossing and turning in bed and all this stuff, and I'm so tired. I'm just beat. They wake me up at like 5:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and I get about 5 hours of sleep at night, which isn't that bad, but it wears me out. It just wears me out all the time. So, but I was thinking about when I was in the fake psych ward. You know, thinking about that. Um, you know, I, the doctor that I had while I was in there, he was, uh, he was from India, and he graduated, came over here and became a doctor and all this stuff, psychiatrist and all this stuff. That's not the point. The point is, I think, I think he might have been CIA. I'm not sure though, but I think he might have been a CIA doctor. They were doing all kinds of skits and acting when I was in the psych ward and all this stuff, and the doctor was involved, and there was another guy there. I don't know where he was from. He was there acting. These are middle-aged guys, you guys. And they were doing skits, and they made me believe. Okay, they made me believe that this was the IRS that was doing this to me, because I had a whistleblower complaint or whatever you want to call it, through the IRS. Right, so they made me think that this was the IRS and all. Like I say, I was on chemicals, and these weapons can make you paranoid and out of it, and you can believe anything. They really can do that. So I'm in the psych ward, and these guys were doing acting, doing a skit. The doctor was involved. This other guy was involved. I don't know who he was. He was wearing a suit and tie and all this stuff. I seen him one time there, and they were acting. And they kept on stomping on the ground. This is all V2K. V2K, they were doing the skit. And the guy was banging, the doctor was pounding on the ground, and he was saying, "Oh, he knows that we're the IRS now, and he's gonna tell everyone all our secrets and all this stuff." And the one guy's like, he's like, "Oh, I have such an upset stomach. Go get me a Pepsi." Or go get me a Diet Pepsi or whatever. He was telling someone to do that. I mean, it was an act, but at the same time, they were pounding. Why were they pounding? To, I don't know, create trauma. I don't know why they were pounding, but they were making my heartbeat really slow, and they were pounding, stomping on the floor really hard, and it was loud through V2K. And stuff. So I'm thinking, today I was thinking he had to been CIA. He was only there. He was only there for me when I came there, and then because I didn't go see him very much. It was like every few months or something, and then he left. He's like, "I'm moving to Iowa because I have family down there and stuff." And then the other doctor that was involved left. So I'm thinking, he was probably CIA. Probably. I was being tortured every day. I got to sleep one night out of 11 days. They held me there the first time for 11 days, and they let me go. They let me go because they kind of had to let me go. If they would have committed me at that point, they would have been able to hold me. But they had to let me go, according to the laws. At that time, I knew my rights at that time. So they can only hold you for a few days, and then they can extend it for another few days, and then they can do whatever else to hold you for another 3-4 days and all this stuff. And the total was about 11 days, and they had to let me go. And they did. They let me go. But I was brutally tortured, and they were doing skits and acting and all this stuff the whole time. I mean, I was getting tortured at nighttime. They made my heart beat so far out of my chest. I was out of breath. I could barely breathe. When they did that. They made me think it was a pill that I took. Because they were like, oh, here comes the, what the heck is it? Here comes the, hallucinations or something like that. Or whatever, and they were making my heartbeat super, I mean, it was pounding out of my chest, I swear to God. And I got up, and I asked if I could go to the hospital. The hospital was right across the street. Like, what do you want to go to the hospital for and all this stuff? And I'm like, am I going to die? And they're like, no, And then, it's just, they're involved, you guys. They were involved when I was locked up. I think when I'm out of the psych ward and all this stuff and have my freedom somewhat, not really, but I think it's contractors. But when I was in there, I questioned who it was that was doing this to me. And was he a CIA doctor? Possibly. He possibly was. He was there for a few months, and then he left. And then I had the other guy for a little bit, and then he left. And then I had a regular psychiatrist, and and I don't know, maybe it was the morals or unethical or whatever, but he left. Now I don't have anybody. I don't have a psychiatrist now. When I have a problem or whatever, I'll either call for help and go to the hospital, or I'll go see my nurse practitioner. She can prescribe meds and all this stuff, but she's not a psychiatrist or anything. She's a nurse practitioner. So I was thinking about that today. It's just, I was thinking, I bet you he was CIA. I bet you $100 he was CIA. Like I say, he was there off and on there for a while, and then he left. And they were doing torture, and they were doing skits, and they were doing all kinds of things to me during that time, provoking me and making it so I wouldn't have an appetite. I was like 140 pounds. When I was in there, I was so run down, and I lost so much weight, and I was sleep deprived and all that stuff. I was about 140 pounds, 143 or something like that when I was in there. Now I'm almost 200 pounds. I'm right under 200 pounds now. So I was 50 pounds lighter, and I was getting tortured and all this stuff. I was fighting like crazy though and stuff. But so I've been through the shit, you guys. So it's crazy. I want to make another point. I want to tell you something else. Okay, so there's a guy in my city. I live in we have 86,000 people. There's a guy in my city, young guy, probably in his 20s. He has a YouTube page. He goes camping. He goes on trips. He goes fishing. He goes all over the place. Well, he has 1 million subscribers. He just hit 1 million subscribers like a week ago. All right, now, just young kid, in his 20s, and he's having the time of his life. He's getting money, he's making money, off YouTube and all this stuff, and he's traveling and camping and all this stuff, having fun and doing what he loves to do and all this stuff, and he has lots of views. So he gets lots of views. I mean, 500,000 views per video, and stuff, and it's just unreal because he or anybody else doesn't have any idea that there's a guy in their city being tortured to hell and gang stalked to hell. So how do we wake people up without sounding crazy or delusional? I was thinking about this earlier today too. People, they're so wrapped up in their own lives, and they work, and they have kids, and they have family, and they want to watch football, and they want to watch basketball, and they want to watch sports on TV, NASCAR, and all this stuff. when people are being tortured in the U.S., people are being brutally tortured, harassed, gang stalked, and all this stuff. It's unbelievable that people are distracted by distractions, right? There's so many distractions. Oh, I want to watch a football game. Come home from work, have a couple beers, watch a football game. I want to watch a basketball game, and people are totally oblivious to what's going on. I was like that before I was targeted. I was doing my own thing and working and had a girlfriend and I wanted to settle down on all this stuff, and I didn't know about TIs. I had no idea people were on YouTube and Facebook and all this stuff, and people were being tortured. So what does it take to wake people up? What does it wait? People are naive. They're having a blast. They're going to the bars. They're going to going to the brewery to have a hamburger and a beer and listen to music and all this stuff. And somebody in their town is being tortured horribly every single day, and they don't even know it. They don't know it, or they don't care if they're involved. They don't care as long as it's not them. It's really unbelievable, and we have a challenge on our hands on how to wake these people up. We have a challenge on our hands on how to wake these people up. And I'll tell you something, these gang stalkers and these harassers and even the operators that are torturing us have no idea what they're involved in. They have no idea what they're involved in. No idea. They have no idea how big this is. Why am I such a big target? I was thinking about that today. I have no idea. I have no idea why I'm such a big target. People don't get perked by some people online and stuff, and so they think they're real and all this stuff. I've been perked by some of those people. They're not nice to me. I can't go anywhere for help. Why some people get perked and some don't, I don't know. I don't understand it. I'm a big target. Brian 2's a big target. Brian 2 gets it from all these perps. He ups on the call and you got a flock of perps, picking at him. It's unreal. Why people don't get it, I don't know why. I don't know, but they think these people are real and they're here to help us, and they're not. But so anyway, I just thought I would do a video, ramble a little bit. It's crazy, man. I've been watching that guy's videos, and he's having the time of his life and all this stuff, and he's living in our town, and I'm sitting there being tortured. I have a hard time taking my dog to the park because they don't want me to leave in the house. They want me to sit in my bedroom, turn it into a torture chamber, and they want me sitting on the bed all the time, all day long and all night long, and they don't want me going out. I could never go on a trip. They'd probably kill me. They'd probably try to kill me, or make me run off the road, or do something. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. This guy's so insecure. These people are so insecure or something. I don't know what they're so goddamn afraid of, but they're afraid of something. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off, and I hope you guys had a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later.